Good morning, welcome to a very sunny Donington Park racing circuit. As you can tell from the high-vis tabard, I am not a fully licensed rider, but I'm here with the Honda Riding School to start taking my full licence training. This is day one, which is mostly going to be done off-road. There is going to be the opportunity to start going on-road this afternoon, but for now, let's get going.
So we've got effectively 3 brakes on the bike. The throttle is your first brake really, so make sure the throttle is close. Roll the throttle off, pull the brake in and lock it against your thumb so the throttle is rolled off. And then you're pushing down on the rear brake and squeezing, continue to squeeze on the front brake, okay? Good. Really nice emergency stop, well done. How'd that feel?
Better.
Yeah? So you felt the bike diving down, clutch came in at the last point there. Yeah. Really good. Okay, have another go. Yeah. So try and bring yourself down that white line, so just go wider. Yeah. And then have a quick look at your speedo. We'll do the speed camera in a minute, but try and get to about 30. And then I will raise my hand to stop you. Okay, all right?
Here we are at the aptly named Tarmac Lake at Donington Park, which, as you've already seen from the footage, is a lake of tarmac. We've done all the slow speed manoeuvres, manual handling, which sounds, you know, a little bit over the top for a motorcycle test, but at the end of the day, you know, a bike ride starts as soon as the bike comes out of the garage, so they need to make sure that you're able to move the bike around. We've done the slalom, which is fine. The weight of the bike that I'm riding, the CV650F, is all really low down, so the bike turns really nicely. And then from there we moved on to figure of eights, which again, you know, the manoeuvrability of the bike really helped that and managed that without any kind of major problems. Moving on from there, my nemesis, which is one of the reasons that I failed my first bike test, was the U-turn. So I came into that manoeuvre with, you know, quite a lot of trepidation. As it turned out, it was all misplaced. Absolutely fine, not a problem. Just making sure that I remember to use the clutch and slip the clutch and balance that with the rear brake of the bike. Didn't seem to be a problem at all, so I'm really happy going into my Module 1 test, which is tomorrow. After the slow speed manoeuvres, which are all in second gear and in first gear, we've moved on to the high speed manoeuvres, which are all second gear manoeuvres. So we've done the wide turn at the top of the course, which will lead you into a controlled stop, which was fine. Emergency stops and swerves. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting out on the road this afternoon after we've had some lunch, and looking forward to my test tomorrow. It should be really good. Morning, we're here again at Donington Park for my motorcycle rider training with Honda. It's part 2 today, so I'm training towards my Module 2, which is the on-road riding. Mod 1 was last week and I passed that with flying colours, which is absolutely excellent. There were 2 minor rider faults, which are nothing to worry about. So the plan for today is on-road riding in preparation for my Mod 2, and hopefully we should be out on the road in the next 15 or 20 minutes.
Brilliant ride, considering the conditions. It's obviously been a horrible day today, a bit wet and damp out there. So I just wanted to quickly recap what we've done so far. So obviously last week we did your Module 1 test, which you passed, which is brilliant. Can you think of any of the things in your Module 1 test that became very relevant when you were doing your road riding?
The slow control, especially around Burton where the test centre is that we were using, because the amount of box junctions and the amount of traffic that accumulates before and after them, that was really handy.
Yep.
There was I don't know what the place was called, but there's 2 mini roundabouts.
Wellington, yeah, with the mini roundabouts.
Really close together, so that's kind of almost your figure of eight sort of training practice really comes into its own there, and especially when the weather's so as wet as it is today, you're trying to dodge, diesel, drain holes and everything else, and that's basically your slalom right there. So yeah, it was all handy. I can really see how that fits into the module 2 and why it's relevant to the course.
Yeah.
It's just such an enjoyable feeling to actually be out on the road on a bike that's bigger than 125cc. It's great. I really like it, and I'm really impressed with the Honda CB650. And I'm really glad that that's the bike that I've been able to do my training on, because I think that is, intrinsically part of what's managed to get me through my Mod 1.
So Module 2 had just been out. What are the sort of key things you've taken from that? Because obviously you've got your Module 2 test coming up very soon, next week. So just wanted to make sure that you're fully aware of what's required for your test. But what are the key things you've taken away that are going to be very important for you for next week?
I think that the main thing that I'm going to focus on is my road position and lifesavers. I think after riding on the road for 4 years on CBT, the rest of it kind of, having confidence and being able to get up to speed quickly isn't an issue. It's going to come down to the basics for me, I think. So remembering to do my lifesaver checks, exiting a roundabout, whenever we're changing lanes or moving into a filter, that's going to be the key one. But the training so far has really drilled it in, and having you there sort of commentating on my riding as we've been going along has really enabled me to focus on the key areas that I think I need to achieve the goal. So
fantastic. So very best of luck for next week for your test. Do you have any questions today before we conclude?
I think we've covered it all. It's been great, really good.
All right, well, all the best then, Simon, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.